Bay to keep it open or to shut it down?
I'm sorry, we were not prepared for this question. This was not on the list of topics that we received when we were preparing for the debate.
All right, Secretary Clinton says that she wants to expand Obamacare. Is that really the right time for this, now that we know that Obamacare premiums are rising at just historic levels?
She did say that she wanted to expand on Obamacare. She knows that there are certain parts of that that do need to be reformed, and is willing to do that. She also has in mind that she does want to bring insurance down and wants to make sure that every person can have insurance no matter how wealthy they are. But that's just how she's going to tackle it. But she doesn't want to completely start over on a new plan when there's a good one that just needs some help to it.
I apologize ahead of time if you were unprepared for this question as well. Edward Snowden is a hot topic issue in America. Many people believe that he is a criminal who should be locked up. Many people believe that he is an American hero who brought injustices brought to light. Do you believe, is it the Hillary Clinton administration's belief that Edward Snowden should be pardoned by Obama before he leaves office? And if not, would she be open to pardoning Edward Snowden when she is hypothetically commander-in-chief?
Well, we cannot say anything about what Obama's decision will be before he leaves office. We just can't make that decision or call for him. As for Hillary Clinton, I don't believe that she will be pardoning him. She hasn't 100% made a decision on that, but at this point, it doesn't really matter.
As we can all respect improving lives worldwide, how will how will the Clinton campaign prioritize human rights in America and in China? Because it seemed like she spent a lot of time on that during the debate.
Yes, so Hillary Clinton has been a lifelong advocate for human rights, especially for women's rights in China. And when she advocates for these human rights, she's gone to China and
Hillary Clinton has great relations with people in Asia. She's been there multiple times and has met with multiple people that she has good relationships with. As Secretary of State, she has a lot of personal relationships over there. And Donald Trump just doesn't have these relationships that she has already started to create through her time as Secretary of State. So she already kind of has that step in there, and they're already ready for, if she is president, they are ready to continue speaking with her and try and make that relationship with the United States better.
Hillary said recently that half of Trump's supporters are a basket of deplorables. Does she regret that statement, or does she only regret half of it?
Hillary has openly said that she regrets her statement. Perhaps her wording in saying that half of his supporters are placed in a basket of deplorables was the wrong choice of word, but we cannot deny that many of Trump's supporters are openly racist, homophobic, and against women's rights. We've even seen these comments from Donald Trump himself, calling Mexican immigrants criminals and rapists, saying that African Americans are living in hell. And, you know, a lot of this rhetoric is supported in America, and we cannot deny that, you know, a lot of his supporters do believe in these too. And yes, maybe it was the wrong word choice to say half of them, but a lot of his supporters do agree with these very racist and homophobic and sexist stances that he has said.
Secretary Clinton is frequently compared to President Obama. What are a few key differences that Secretary Clinton does have with Obama?
So Secretary Clinton is not Obama, and she's also not her husband. She has differences in what she's going to do while she is in office. First, that starts with education. She's talked about a lot how she's going to make education higher education in colleges debt-free for students and community college to be free for students. And that's just one way that she is going to change the education route. She's also going to change the healthcare system. As she said, she's going to take Obamacare and put her own reforms on it so that to make sure that everybody has that healthcare and the prices also go down.
Hillary Clinton stated in the 1990s she did not support gay marriage, and until recent years has not advocated for the LGBT community. Is this an actual change of heart, or is it just a move in politics to gain voters?
A lot of Hillary Clinton's work as a politician has been to listen to her constituents, and back in the 1990s, no Democrat was openly supporting gay marriage. It just was not a topic that was of importance to the Democratic Party. Fast forward a couple decades, and today we really do see the LGBT community fighting for their rights. And Hillary has heard these people, and she now sees that it is important that we fight for their rights as well.
With over a little of a week of the campaign, would the Hillary campaign like to make a statement about her email scandals?
So Hillary Clinton has openly apologized and said that she regrets what happened with her emails. But we also have to recognize that we wasted trillions of taxpayer money on 8 investigations that found no conclusive evidence that she should be thrown in jail. And yes, she has apologized for those statements, but it is time that we move on as a nation because this has already been debunked. It's gone. It's time to focus on something else. She's done a lot of work as Secretary of State, and to focus on her emails is just ridiculous to me.
Going back to the coal industry, we have these dying coal towns. What does Secretary Clinton plan to do? Does she plan on moving them out of these towns, helping them transition towards clean energy? What's her plan?
Hillary Clinton has stated that she definitely wants clean energy, and she's going to try and power every home in America with renewable energy. With these new things being created, there will be jobs created and trying to move that over to a cleaner energy source.
All right, our final question for the Hillary team is about Syria and city of Aleppo. Hillary has stated many times in the last year or so that she supports a no-fly zone over Syria, where no airplanes would be allowed under threat of being shot down. If she is president, would she still advocate for that no-fly zone? And if a Russian airplane violated that fly zone, would she take appropriate actions?
I think that we've all heard, we've all seen what's been happening to the city of Aleppo, and a lot of the people who are being killed are innocent civilians. So yes, Hillary does advocate for a no-fly zone to attempt to try to keep these people safe. And, you know, yes, there are a lot of questions that come with that, but if there is a Russian plane that were to not follow the no-fly zone rule, we would deal with that when the matter comes to happen.
All right, I think we actually did have one final question. Sorry about that. The issue of cybersecurity and information has been very prevalent in the last few years. How would a Hillary administration handle our personal security? Would they lessen it? Would they increase it? And would we have to expect any freedoms to be sacrificed to prevent attacks?
Can you repeat the question, please? Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, with the increase of cyber terrorism and everything, and on the other hand, we have the NSA and invasion of privacies. Would the Hillary administration increase our invasion of privacies to help protect our freedoms? Where's the line on that? Where does she stand on that?
So we believe in protecting the rights of all of our citizens, and, you know, throughout the history of America, we've made decisions that, hey, sometimes you do have to give up some rights in order to protect the greater good of America. And maybe that does mean that, hey, if you are doing illegal and criminal activity, police can have access to that information that you post online. And that's just, it's a sacrifice we have to make as Americans.
All right, well, we'd like to thank the Trump team and the Clinton team for answering our questions. And everybody go out and vote on the great.
one thing, we do want to acknowledge the Scholar Citizen Initiative and their support for this event. There are some surveys that are being passed out right now. If you would please take a minute before you leave to fill out that survey and leave